Life before diagnosis for us was pretty much like life just with 3 active kids. I'm Leslie Bartel, and this is my daughter.
Hi, I'm Annabelle Grace Bartel, but I go by AG.
And I am Eric Bartel. I'm dad, and the brothers are Sean Ryan and John Wyatt.
The fall of 2019, Annabelle Grace was playing select softball, and she started noticing that her left arm had some, what she was telling me was muscle weakness.
One day we're outside, and all the kids are playing in our street, and we have about a 3-foot tall mailbox, and she pushed up to get on top of it, and her arm broke.
They took an x-ray, and then they came back and asked for more x-rays. And then when they put them up, with one look, even with an untrained eye, it was very clear that our whole world had changed.
They called us yesterday at 3 o'clock and said that she has osteosarcoma. And our world was literally turned upside down.
Even when I saw the x-ray, it was all blurry and fuzzed out, and I couldn't see most of my bone because it was grayed over by what we know now is cancer.
I told AG that this is going to be a very difficult process, and for us to get through this, we needed to be tough. So we kind of coined the hashtag AGTough, because cancer is going to test every fiber of your being.
The Bible verse that I stuck with throughout my treatment was Galatians 6:9. Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Those 2 verses, they would always tell me that he has a plan for me, no matter if I have 1 arm or 2 arms, and that if I don't give up, he will see me and my family through the end.
We found an amazing surgeon that said, I think I can save her arm. He introduced us to what was called an allograft bone. So he kind of walked us through and told us that he was going to remove her entire humerus and all of her shoulder and rotator cuff, insert a bone from an amazing donor that would be put into our daughter, and then he explained how he was going to connect her shoulder with hundreds and hours of stitches, and that eventually our hope was that it would all fuse together. There's so much more that goes into a tissue donation than I ever imagined. We couldn't immediately order the bone because you have to wait until that initial chemotherapy finishes, then do additional scans for him to be able to decide exactly what size bone that he wants to order with all the specifications. And then you have to wait. And so you sit, and I remember calling his office, trying not to call too many times, but still trying to stay in the know of if the perfect match had been found. And there's just so many great links that MTF takes and the doctor's office takes to try to come together and find the best bone that will give the best chance for her body to succeed and to take that in.
When I heard that the doctors could save my arm, I was extremely excited because I was picturing the worst of only having 1 arm and not really being able to do much. But knowing that I get 2 arms, even if one doesn't work all the way,
I can eat by myself.
That is, it's a gift.
When we got the news that her arm had been saved and that this journey included 2 arms and that she was going to be able to do a lot of the things that she previously could do, we just shouted from the rooftops that we've been given a miracle.
If I were to meet the family of the kid who gave me my donor bone, I would just say thank you.
I would be speechless. There's not enough words to say thank you. It's beyond gratitude, wherever that is. It truly is an act of love, in my opinion, to give somebody else a chance.
Our lives have been forever changed because of the bone transplant that AG was able to receive. We are able to live our active, sporty lifestyle that we love so much, and AG does everything that we can do. We find a way for her to be able to do all the things.
There's not much I can't do, but it might look different.
It took us a while to actually put pen to paper and write our donor family. We knew that we wanted to, but it took some time for us to process all those feelings of thankfulness and gratitude, and how do we best convey to them how thankful we are for the choice that they made.
In that final letter to the donor family, I remember it ending with our battle cry. It was the same thing, that even though your child is no longer here, they are loved and their life matters. Because had they not stepped up and been a donor, then my daughter would not have an arm. And you can't put into words what that means, but it is filled with faith, hope, and love.
We're just full of thanksgiving that we got to be the ones to walk with her through this process and to walk with her through this mission field of childhood cancer that we had been given.